Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Star. I'm a 34-year-old mom of 3 boys who likes to play in makeup. And today I thought we would go through my 2022 inventory numbers, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my low/no buy for the year. So if that seems like something that you're interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I've totaled everything up. Now, I didn't total up like skincare, hair care, body care, like any of that stuff. This is strictly just makeup stuff. Now, I don't go as crazy separating out things as some of the project panners do. So, for instance, like my lip products, they're just in under lips. That could include glosses, liquid lipsticks, bullet lipsticks. You know, the only thing that I separate from those is like lip liners and then stuff that's actually like balm. Okay, so we're going to start off with eye primers. I have 11 eye primers. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and go through my inventory, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about the no buy after that. I have 25 face primers. I have 10 lip balms, and that like is lip balms or like lip sleeping masks, like all that kind of stuff. All right, I have 38 foundations. 38. That's ridiculous. I mean, 25 face primers is ridiculous. I mean, to be honest, 11 eye primers are ridiculous considering all I ever use is my MAC paint pot. But 38 foundations. I have 23 concealers and correctors. So, for instance, I have this e.l.f. corrector palette. This just counts as one. I don't count each individual thing. I'm not about that life. I'm not. So 23 concealers and correctors. And to be honest, I think there's only like this one and I think like 2 or 3 other ones. So pretty much, yeah, I have like 19 or 20 concealers if you want to take the correctors out of it. All right. Face powder, like setting powders, I have 30. I have 30 powders. I do use powders every day. Now, that is loose powders and pressed powders. I don't separate those. I have 30 powders. I have 49 bronzers. Those are just single bronzers. Those are not in palettes. Just single. This would count as just one bronzer. I mean, there's 2 in here, but it's one thing. If it's completely a bronze palette or a blush palette or a highlight palette, you know, it depends on how big it is, whether I put it in face or like, but something like that just count as a single bronzer. I have 92 blushes. 92. The bronzer is also cream and like liquid and powder, and blushes is cream and powder and stuff too. I put them all together. I'm not separating all of that. Like, I keep them all in one drawer. They're not separated. I just want numbers, so I don't need to get like crazy about it. 92 blushes. Yeah. And don't forget, guys, I did a declutter in July on all of this. 60 highlighters. 60. That's like the least amount of stuff that you use. Like a little strip, a little bit on your nose. I have 60 of them. Let's see. For setting sprays, I have 13. That's not bad. Face palettes. I have 28 face palettes. That includes, you know, anything with all 3 of them. Any palette that's more than... Hang on. My dogs are barking. Okay, I'm back. So, I think I was at face palettes. So, that includes anything that has, like, bronzer, like, highlight and blush. Or if it's got, like... 4 of the same thing, then it goes in face palettes. Single eyeshadows. This is just the, like, the glitter and glows, like any liquid cream shadow, super shock shadows, like single glitter. It does not include the ones that you put in, like, a Z palette. I didn't even bother to do an inventory on those. So, none of these, let me show you. Anything in a palette like this, like all of these, are not counted in that. And that's going to be like a whole separate number. And I haven't done those yet. And I don't plan on doing it right this second. Because that's not something that's on my low buy or no buy or anything I'm looking to get rid of, or like, so none of that counts. But single eyeshadows, I have 99. So could be worse, could be better. I have 47 base and pot liners. So that is anything like these. Any liners like this I included in eye primers, but I have more of these, like, oop, I just dropped one, like these that I can't use as an eye primer because they're too dark and I would just use them as a base. I have 47 of those. For pencils, I have like liquid pencils, like, you know, that you do your wings and stuff with, and like just eye pencils. I have 94 of those. And the majority of those are green. I have 44 lip liners. Now, the two problem areas. I have 315 lip products. 315. Even if I separated those into liquid lips and glosses, it would not matter. That is still an obscene number. It all is going to total to 350. That's just ridiculous. And for eyeshadow palettes, I miscounted. I had to recount again. I had to recount another time. I have 383 eyeshadow palettes. And I'm like 99% certain that I counted everything that time. Reba, please get out from under here. Come here. 383 eyeshadow palettes. So my low and no buy. Okay, so January's no buy month. I'm going to see if I can extend that to February. But realistically, where I'm going is highlight, blush, bronzers. If I want to buy one, I have to take one out. So it's a one in, one out rule. The same is going to be said for lips and foundations. And that's like the in and out rule. Now, for eyeshadow palettes, I can't go a whole year without buying an eyeshadow palette. So, I've started a new series where I'm using my old stuff to see if I want to declutter. I'm going to declutter some eyeshadow palettes because I can't use all of those in 1 year. I just can't. So, my goal is 300. I'm nowhere near that. Like, the stuff that I've just put in there, I think I've put maybe 15 to declutter. I need to get serious. So I want to try this stuff again, because a lot of stuff I've only ever used once and then I just put up. So between the declutters and that like throwback series that I'm doing, I am only allowing myself 2 eyeshadow palettes every 3 months. So that makes, you know, there's you know, broken up into quarters or however you do it. You know, there's 4 of those, you know, 2 eyeshadow palettes. That's like 8 eyeshadow palettes. Stop. Sorry, she's down here. So like 8 eyeshadow palettes, maybe 10. Just, you know, because I'm a YouTuber. Now, for like indie brands I want to try this year, I am allowing myself, there's 5 indie brands that I want to try this year. So, Cleona, Divina, Pretty For Your Face, Shine by SD, and JD Glow. Like, Pretty's For Your Face just had a sale, so I bought some stuff for that. All of that is not included because that's for, like, YouTube purposes and indie brands that I want to try out. So, but the rest of the stuff for, like face palettes, I don't really have a problem with face palettes. I don't plan on buying anymore, and I'm usually pretty good about getting rid of those when I don't use it. Eye primers, face primers, like, I don't go out and buy those. I don't go out and buy lip balms, you know, setting sprays, you know, liquid and pencil eyeliners. Yeah, 94 is a lot, but I mean, I have tons of colors. I have greens, I have blues, I have purples, I have like golds and silvers and corals and, you know, everything's just pinks, blacks, whites. It's all like divided. So, I mean, I'm okay with that. It's not like I have 40 that are just green or, so that's not terrible. Base and pot liners, I don't even use base and pot liners that much, so I will not be buying like anything from there. And no more single eyeshadows. So those are like my only 2 like no buy, and the rest of them, like I said, is 1 in and 1 out. And for lip products, foundations, blush, bronzer, highlighter, like powder, you know, all of those, that's a one in, one out. The only thing that really is just, I'm only allowed so many is palettes. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm hoping that since I put this on YouTube that I'm going to like keep myself accountable. Because I attempted the same thing last January. And I think I broke the 10 palette rule in like February. I had already bought like 12. So, yeah. So, that's where I'm at. This is just like, you know, short and quick. Wanted to give you my numbers. And like I said, I could have broke this down like so many different ways. But I'm not that person. I don't want like every single thing. I just want to know at the end of the year that I have made progress. So, if those numbers go down at all, whether it be because I used them up or I decluttered them, that's progress. And my goal is to not let it get any bigger than this ever again. I mean, this whole thing is ridiculous. I haven't even counted up the total number of products that is, but it's over 1,000. I have, way over 1,000 products in my collection. And that does not include single eyeshadow pans, which I'm pretty sure I have like 500 bazillion of. I mean, realistically, I probably have like 500, but I mean, that's still an obscene amount. When I just think of the amount of money I have spent on stuff and the amount of money of stuff that I have already decluttered and will declutter this year, I've got to quit buying. So that's where I'm at. If you like this eye look, I did film it. I used the Blend Bunny Surge palette. If you want to see my thoughts on that, I think it's going up after this video, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you're also doing a low buy, no buy for 2022. Have you done your inventory? You know, are you, what are you doing this year? If you didn't like it and you think, hey, I don't want to see any more of these, give it a thumbs down. That way, either way, I know what you guys want to see. And guys, just remember, makeup is supposed to be for fun. I'm not meant to be this stressed out. So anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.